And welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name is John.
And I'm Kim. We almost didn't make it.
We didn't?
Almost.
Oh.
Didn't make airtime.
How
Here
come?
we are. I don't know, running a little bit behind. Here we are, 10 p.m.
Yeah. Here we go. All right.
It's been go, 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 right?
It has been. It has been go like mad. And we'd like to thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend.
Yep, we hope you had a good weekend. It was busy.
Yes, lots of stuff to do. I'm sure. Hope everybody had a good time. They had lots of watermelon and hot dogs and the good old stuff. The good old. Of course, we didn't have any of that good stuff, did we? We just worked.
We didn't.
No, we didn't have any of the fun 4th of July food. Potato salad, none of it. No, we didn't.
How come?
Because we worked. That's all we do. We just work.
We went to fun stuff.
I know. Well, we just didn't. I don't know why. Anyway, hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. So happy Monday, right?
And it started early, and on Friday we went on the 4th. On Friday we went to the McCollum Hill Parade.
Yes.
And this was pretty cool. Start off with Supervisor Russ Thomas singing a great rendition of the national anthem, and this parade was part dinner theater, part parade, everything.
It was. Okay, I missed it, so I don't know.
It was pretty cool.
It was.
Yeah. In fact, they had all the. They had Curly Bob and his gang. Curly Bob and his gang came and shot up the town.
Okay.
And they shot up the town, and it was they did the reenact. A lot of pretty cool stuff. Pretty good reenactment stuff there.
The fire department did some stuff too.
The fire departments, the San Andreas Volunteer Fire Department and the McCollum Hill Volunteer Fire Departments did their annual tug of war.
Okay.
And McCollum Hill was victorious last year, so they had the big trophy going in.
Okay.
San Andreas took the trophy this year. They dragged him into the pool.
Okay, they did.
So they had the little wading pool there in the middle.
They did.
Well, it was actually like more than a wading pool. It was a pool that they had set up. You can tell they use it as a temporary pool for fire fighting, for a temporary reservoir. But it was a pretty slick. I mean, it was pretty.
You said there was a lot of people there. Very well attended.
Very well attended. From talking to some people, they said this was one of the best parades they'd had in several years.
And then we had the Arnold Parade, which you said looked like one of the busiest you've seen also.
Yeah, it was very busy. Yes. And then they also had the music in the park.
Yes, in Copperopolis.
In Copper at the Old Town Square.
Which we live streamed while we were there.
We did.
We haven't put the video about that up yet.
No, we haven't. And there was, let's see, what else was going on?
We had the fireworks at Ironstone.
We did. Fireworks at Ironstone.
The Chapel in the Pines extravaganza, which was last night. What else? There was just lots of stuff. Bear Valley had a barbecue.
And a little swerve into something kind of cool is up at Bear Valley. If you're following the economic, we try to follow economic development stuff, and we're going to talk a little more on the economic development summit coming up in a bit. But if you've been following up there in Bear Valley, you know that there's probably big plans for the village going forward to build a village lift and everything else. But the first phase, and that is with the development group led by Chuck Taniscat, that also is owns the hill and everything else, with another investor owns the mountain. But the first phase today was a project owned by, where the owner is Chris Cook, and the agency selling the apartments, the condos, is Bear Valley Real Estate, and we did a tour of the Silver Mountain condominiums.
So beautiful, very beautiful.
And the Silver Mountain condominiums are, I guess it's the first new condominiums built in Bear Valley since the late 70s.
Okay.
It's an interesting thing where it's a big building with all inside parking. Very, very well done. One of the things that was impressed us is, even though it's all condominiums in one building, it's almost vault-like. They did some things on the construction where they have staggered wide studs, so no stud goes all the way through to the adjacent wall, so there's almost no sound transfer. Because they like to have fun up there.
It is indoor hallways, like a hotel would be.
Correct.
Yes.
And one of the reasons they like to have that soundproofing up there is they like to have fun in Bear Valley.
They like to party up at Bear Valley. They do.
So that way you can
know how to party.
You could host some guests after skiing over there.
And nobody would even know.
And nobody would know.
Yes,
it would be if you would like to host one of those a pre-skis. Yeah. So no, it's very cool, and also it's exciting, even in a economically challenging times, to see a project rolling forward. So they did get the Silver Mountain condominiums on the market.
Okay, so they're on the market.
There's
They're
the
taking
first
deposits
building.
now?
They have some of them sold already. The
Okay.
first building of 20-some condominiums out of a potential of 140 or some there in that particular group, ready to roll.
Okay.
So it's a.
So we have video and all that we'll have up later on the pinetree.net.
We will. We have an
pictures,
interview. We have pictures. We have an
all kinds of fun
interview.
stuff. Yes.
And but we're just excited in the fact that this has been a long time coming, and it's the first.
It seems like it seems like pretty fast to me, I guess. Maybe.
Oh, right. But I mean, it's the first completed project in the next phase of the development up there. If you're following the EIR process, it looks like the EIR process expected release for that, and this is for the main village EIR, should be sometime in August. And the last we heard is there's, working out a little bit of road stuff issues, and some of it may touch Calaveras County.
Yes.
Because I guess it's some people were looking for some impacts for traffic that passes through the county. But all in all, in spite of the economic stuff, things are still rolling, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Anyway.
So that was pretty exciting.
Well, we thought so.
We thought so. We thought they were really pretty.
Of course,
I like the way they were decorated.
We're
because they had
easily
some of them
amused.
staged, That's what I was impressed with.
I'm easily
The
amused.
pretty paint colors and the carpets and the pretty
colors.
furniture and things like that.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So we had.
We also had the Hernia Hill yesterday that took place at Twisted Oak.
And who was the winners?
Who were the winners? We have the top 3 winners.
And we'd like to thank On Your Mark Events. We just had
Yes.
a 13-page fax.
Yes, we
with
did.
all of the placements.
Yes. We have the top 3. Let me see. Is it okay if I click
Yeah,
read
go
more?
for it.
I don't want to mess anything up here. Our intrepid reporter, Hannah Heath, attended the Hernia Hill race bright and early yesterday morning. Let me see. The top 3 runners in the men's 5K race were first place Reggie Van Sleet, age 35, with a time of 19:08. Second place Michael King, age 44, with a time of 19:44. And third place was Jerry Holmes, age 65, of a time of 22 minutes. The top 3 runners in the women's 5K, first place Carrie Nash, second place Mahalia Plummer, and third place Haley Hereford. The top 3 runners for the men's 10K, Douglas Arvitt, Mark Williams, and Steve Noble. Top 3 women's 10K, Jessica Nelson, age 19. The second place was Diana Sullivan, and third place was Joy Littman. Top 3 runners for the men's half marathon were Mark McManus, second place was Eric Ardall, and third place was Derek Everett. And the top 3 winners of the women's half marathon were first place Polly Crawford, second place Samantha Harnett, and third goes to Ellie Stone. Good racing, guys.
Very nice.
This took place at Twisted Oak Winery. This is where it started, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful out there, isn't it?
It's twisted.
Yes, it's very beautiful, though. Love it out there.
It is twisted.
If I could live anywhere, that's probably where I want to be, out in that area.
Really?
I think it's pretty out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yes, it is. Anyway.
All right, and also for the kind of like the crazy ant in the bedroom, or the something in the middle of the elephant in the middle of the room. You just keep walking around.
What are you talking about?
If you've been following our
stuff that
website,
everybody in the Calaveras County has been talking about.
Going around today, it was kind of interesting the fact that it didn't really seem matter where you went. It was
Everybody's
seems like
talking about the same things. Yeah.
Continuing conversation. You just kind of moved in, out. All right. It's still the fallout from the grand jury report as of last week. And just to give you a kind of an example, typically on the Pine Tree for the last 2.5 years on our website, we've allowed comments, anonymous comments on county government issues, because we felt that if you're in elected office, or if it has to do with the county taxpayers' money, you should be able to comment on it.
But
at your
cannot be R-rated.
That's right. We try to clean some of that stuff.
Because some of that's just not nice.
And typically in the past, you'd get 15, 20 comments. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think we had some really, really nasty ones that got to like 25.
And then we have to stop.
Yeah.
That's when we have to stop the comment thread, so no more nasty ones. right?
No, we didn't stop them. I'm just saying they just kind of ran out of steam.
Well, with the Trinitas thing, we had to stop it.
The Trinitas one,
We
that
had
was
to say, let's put on the brakes. People were getting into fights.
That was kind of the first one to where we were like, you know what,
Have you even had a chance? I didn't have a chance to look at half these comments. There's so many that it's hard for us to go through and sanitize the comments too, because people asked, why are you allowing this and these people to speak this way? And so it's just some of this. There's only been a couple of people that have actually signed in and written a comment. Out of the 500 comments that we've had. We do welcome it when we go in and make a comment. We sign in.
You're underselling it.
Yes. So what? What do you mean I'm underselling it? But a couple of people were saying, why are you allowing this? And we're stating, well, there's one reason.
I mean, we stated earlier, we believe, and a couple things here is we're a small county with under 50,000 people. If somebody's going to comment on practices within a county department or some other things like that, there is a fairly realistic fear of some things in retribution,
yes, exactly.
Or maybe not retribution so much, but I mean, it's some things you wouldn't find out lots of times what's going on in a lot of stuff. So this is a local version of like the witness protection program.
Yes, it is. This is like a big soap opera.
Nah, just kidding. So if you're following it, you probably undersold it on numbers.
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
as of probably, I haven't looked. It's probably over 600 comments.
Okay.
Now, and one thing I wanted to follow up on is we got a little inkling on some of the Trinitas stuff, because typically before the Trinitas stuff, and we've had these fairly similar for the whole time, is we'd get like 15, 20 comments, maybe 25. With the Trinitas, you kind of sense that there was a building frustration within the local people locally. Some of this is obviously derived from just national economic pieces and national economic stuff, but that one of those threads came close to like 90 some comments, and some of those are pretty heated just because there's local issues over on the Trinitas. Some of the stuff maybe kind of Hatfield and McCoyish, but a bit. But after the grand jury report, some of these things just
600 comments. That's a lot of comments.
600 comments.
We do allow letters to the editor if you're interested in writing. We've only received a couple.
Only received a couple?
If you're interested in writing a letter to the editor, please feel free to, and make sure you sign it so we can put it up.
If they're signed and have a valid point,
we will put them up.
You'll get running, because it does not. I mean, it's not. It's a free. That's something to where they'll get some airtime. So on the heels of that, tomorrow morning, Board of Supervisors. Everybody expects this one to be a interesting affair, and it probably won't live up to its hype.
No, I don't think. I know there's going to be a lot of people
there. Because they can limit public comments to 3 minutes apiece, a total of 15 minutes, and
we'll see that buzzer, right?
And we'll see if that Supervisor Chair Walensky has his egg timer.
I'm sure he will tomorrow.
It's the egg timer.
A lot of people there.
Maybe not. Never know. But anyway, so. And if you're following local politics, now is an interesting time because everything basically is in play. I mean, it's this goes without saying right now, is that there's different districts with everything's basically in play right now, and nobody really knows where it's going to end. I mean, nobody, and even the participants. So it should be a very kind of interesting.
Yes.
So we will be audio streaming that in the morning. Our network connection at the county government center there is not very fast.
It's limited,
really limited. So the audio connection that we'll stream out live will be probably cell phone-ish. But you should be, if you're following along, you should be able to hear audio, pick up commentary. But if you're expecting robust FM stereo quality audio, not going to happen.
But we will have the video up probably shortly.
We will have the video up, depending on length. If it's a lengthy one, we won't be able to have it up tomorrow night. Probably the subsequent night. So it's a. So if you're following stuff in local county government, the next couple of months should be interesting to say the least.
Okay.
All right.
So that's happening tomorrow. What else is on the agenda? They'll be discussing Measure J.
Jail bonds.
Yes, jail
bonds. So that will be
discussing
the hard topics, so to speak.
Let's see. They will be discussing Measure J is back on the agenda for discussion. 2 public hearings, a minute order to approve a revised second amended joint powers agreement creating the Upper McCallum River Watershed Authority.
There you go.
Discussion and possible action regarding the adoption of an ordinance approving revisions to Chapter 15.06 flood damage prevention. We have the full agenda and the full board packet on the pinetree.net for some wonderful reading pleasure.
Happy reading.
Yes.
Now, if you're looking at these, if you're looking at board packets and stuff, sometimes these are pretty illustrative. Now, they go over some weighty issues goes without saying. And one of the things is if you look down there, lots of times you can find stuff out by looking at what their correspondence has been.
Okay.
So let's see. There was one. Let's see. That I was looking through the correspondence, and there was one that really caught my eye.
Okay, what was that?
The first part of August. I don't want to screw up on this, so I need to make sure I get in here and look at it correctly here. Where is it here?
Are you looking for the agenda? It's right up top.
Yeah, okay.
I posted it because we'll be live streaming, and I wanted to let people audio streaming.
Yeah.
I wanted to let people know about it.
Okay.
Well, we already got 5 comments on it. Gee, now that we have all these comments, we even had comments on the pancake breakfast this weekend.
You know, people are in a chatty mood. We put up a little piece on just like the Lions pancake breakfast. They set a new single-day record, and we had a little bit of,
what did you say it was?
tongue-in-cheek, ergonomic.
Yes.
Yes, ergonomic development.
16 comments on that. Oh,
16 comments on a pancake breakfast. So people are very chatty right now, to say the least. All right. Okay. Now, one thing that caught my eye on the correspondence is they received something from the FIG Advisory Board.
Now, who's that?
Now, the August organization, well, it is in August, but they're an August organization as well, invited the supervisors to an August 9th Fig Fest.
Literally?
Literally.
Figs.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I don't know where the Fig Fest is going to be held, but we'll have a look here.
Okay.
And it looks like
Watch out, you're going to put us off air.
maybe we won't find out who the Fig Fest or where the Fig Fest.
How about if we let people know later?
Fair enough.
All right.
But we did want to say that was,
interesting.
Of all of the items on the agenda and all their packet,
yes, they've been invited
that's
to
probably, I'm sure all of them reviewed that invitation very carefully.
Yes. One good thing that happened over the weekend is there were no DUI collisions or fatal accidents over the maximum enforcement holiday weekend, according to Jaime Castillo, otherwise known as Cass.
That's right.
Right, Castillo of CHP. He let us know there were no fatal accidents or DUI-related accidents over this last weekend. They were busy, though.
They did make some arrests, though.
According to Officer Castillo, they arrested 4 persons over the July 4th MEP, 3 DUI, 1 drunk in public.
Maximum enforcement period.
We also investigated 5 collisions, 1 major injury, 4 property damage only, 1 hit and run versus mailbox, but no DUI or fatal collisions. Unfortunately, there was a young youth injured, major head trauma
accident
in an off-road motorcycle collision which occurred last evening in West Point. Right. He was taken to Modesto Memorial.
And to follow up on our last piece, the Fig Fest is in Fresno.
All right.
So, remember, August 9th, if you're a fan of figs, if you're feeling in a figgy mood, or if you may like figgy pudding, I don't know. But they will have fig cookies, fig ice creams, fig salads, crepes stuffed with figs, cream cheese citrus baked brie with fig chutney, grilled figs wrapped in bacon, the savory aroma of grilled pork filled the air, accentuated by the sweet smell of fresh fruit.
Okay. And we'd like to express our thoughts and prayers with the family of the young man that was in the motorcycle collision last evening. There were some fires this weekend. There was a few over in Tuolumne County. One involved a travel trailer that sounded like it was fully engulfed. A couple small vegetation fires in Tuolumne County, and there were also 3 fires reported in Calaveras County over the weekend.
And the biggest one of those was in Valley Springs yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
This one raced along the area. If you're going down Highway 26, and you know where the health club is there, this is an area was pretty. I mean, this is kind of right in town, and they jumped on it. They got it knocked down. Okay. So, but also wanted to commend the local fire agencies, CAL FIRE and others. They made it through the 4th of July weekend with some incidents like this, but relatively unscathed.
Yes.
I mean, it was a couple small fires, Moke Hill, Copper area, they had a 7-acre one. But
they got control of everything quickly. Considering the weather this weekend, it was windy and hot.
And hot, and I think
Great
you know
job.
we've seen from other areas in the state that the potential for problems is pretty dire. So,
should we talk about this for a few minutes?
Upcoming this Friday will be the first annual, or I guess the inaugural.
Calaveras
the inaugural
County Chamber of Commerce, together with the County of Calaveras and the City of Angels Camp, will be sponsoring the Calaveras County Economic Revitalization Summit, a first-time historic event.
And kicking things off at bright and early at 7:30 with coffee, food, and a welcome reception. And then they're going to break out into some sessions. There will be a tourism, ag, natural resources, retail, industry, emerging tech, professional services, infrastructure, and quality of life tracks.
With different speakers.
Yes, and the moderators will be, like for tourism, Lisa Bolton.
She's a moderator.
From all the cave companies.
Yes.
All right. Steve, in the Ag and Natural Resources will be Supervisor Chair Steve Walensky. Retail will be Ann Forrest. The Industry and Emerging Tech will be Maurice Bennett. Professional Services will be Michael Purcell. Infrastructure will be Jim Heminger. Quality of Life will be Mike Kreitlich.
Okay.
So, then they'll have all the different panelists, and also they're going to have some keynotes. Now, on the guest speakers for some of the keynotes will be Steve Hayward will be the Master of Ceremonies. Guest speaker at 8:35 will be Steve Art from the Economic Development Director for Lincoln, California.
Okay.
And then they break out to go.
Stephen Counts is going to be speaking. What's he going to be speaking
on? He's a panelist on the tourism panel. Right. Stephen Counts.
Lisa Reynolds.
Lisa Reynolds.
Calaveras Visitors Bureau.
And there's some pretty heavy hitters on some of these panels.
You break for lunch at 11:15 at Pickle Patch, with infrastructure exhibits, maps, and overlays of water and roads on display for people to view and discuss.
Yep.
12:30 breakout sessions, developing a vision. Same session, topics as the morning. Session moderator reports back to audience at 2:30. Guest speaker Tim Johnson. Some assembly required. We'll speak at 3. 4 p.m.
Opportunities, strategies, and wrap up. So, if you're interested in the economic health of Calaveras County, don't miss next Friday.
This Friday.
July 11th.
Yes,
this Friday.
This Friday.
And if you're looking for some interesting stuff to watch, on our website, there's like the Moke Hill Parade video. It's like an hour and a half long, but it includes all the Curly Bob and his gang after the parade, everything else. And
we also have the Arnold Parade.
Arnold
Parade. Yes, in full video.
Yep.
Yes.
Anything else? That's we got lots of stuff. We got all kinds of stuff going on.
Our son Granger even wrote a piece.
From a kid's perspective,
yes,
on the parade.
He loves to help so much, and we are so thankful for that. He goes out with his camera and help with the fair and help with this, and he just loves to. And he did a whole slideshow himself today, put up his little story. And
we do believe in child labor,
yes,
right?
we do, because he's earning money to go to ski camp. The cowboy music swings into Greenhorn Creek this Wednesday for the Calaveras Arts Council. Music in the Parks. They will be coming here this. We see free concert, which will be Wednesday, July 9th, on the green at Greenhorn Creek of Angels Camp. Start time is 6:30 p.m. I'm not sure if they're going to have food for sale, but bring your picnic, just in case. Your chairs, your low-back chairs, your blankets. This is actually a very good time. Let me see. They will have this. Let me see. In celebration of National Day of the Cowboy. This is the reason they're having the Stardust Cowboys.
Cool.
They will play a Western Americana blend of originals, Western swing, rockabilly, and they honor the singing cowboys with a nostalgic trip of the past.
And also, if you're looking at weather, and we'll do one last little bid
it
on weather.
says camps will offer some light fare.
Sorry.
Light food.
I didn't mean to cut
thinking
in.
about the important stuff. You know, they will offer some food.
Sorry.
But they also suggest bringing your picnic. So,
Didn't mean to cut in.
Oh, that's all right.
All right.
That's all right.
Little bit. We got a couple
that
minutes
big orange
left.
sun show,
That's
and I know it is.
for.
I know it is. There it is. Look at it. No, this looks like patchy smoke.
There we go.
Wasn't that sun amazing last night? It's funny. Hannah took a photo of it, so did we. Right about the same time of the evening, not knowing. We're getting in. Look,
all right,
113 degrees.
This is
it.
This is going to be...
Tomorrow's going to be 111 degrees in Angels Camp. I'm going to stay inside
high.
all day tomorrow.
Murphy's a forecast high of 107. And this would be a good time.
This is not normal weather.
If you're going up to Bear Valley, it would be a good time to go because it's only going to be 84 or 86 degrees in Bear Valley. So, 107, 109.
In Murphy, so it is cooler.
In Murphy's, 111, 113 is the projected high on Wednesday.
Yikes.
And for our friends,
that's just sad. It's just wrong to be that hot. I'll just stay inside and be a vegetable.
Yes. All right. And for our friends...
Wow, it's warm. We're going to be warmer here at Angels Camp.
Looks like Angels Camp's going to win the prize. But, so if you're looking at Copperopolis, Valley Springs areas, the projected high for Wednesday is only 110.
Oh my gosh.
Only.
113? Is it ever... I don't think I've ever been in that high peak. Have you?
Yeah.
Where? When?
Do you have time for a story? Well,
we don't have time for a story.
I remember when we were building a house, and my dad had poured the foundation on a house. It was 111 degrees that day. They're trying to pour concrete. So, anyway.
Bet it set quickly.
That it did. We thank you very much.
We
have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night.